Halftime Show. Sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for The Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Uncut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. We are live on the brick and mortar. No NFL on a Tuesday. We do got an NBA going on opening night. 402-464-5685. You guys want to join in? This is Uncut with the former Husker pitcher Kyle Perry, as always, joining me to my left. You can also comment through the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. All great ways to do so. Hell, even on Amazon Prime. got Amazon Prime. You can watch it there.
No kidding.
Yeah, we are on Amazon Prime.
No kidding.
Not officially. We have been for a minute. I always forget to shout that one out. But Cal Perry, how's it going on a Tuesday night now?
Happy Tuesday, Harrison. It's great to be here, man. Always is. Always is here in the heart of downtown Lincoln, USA. Love it. And speaking of the streets of downtown Lincoln, just a little heartwarming tidbit to open up into to start the night.
I like this. Where's
Pretty incredible. I'm walking out of Panda Express. I've mentioned it shows previous about my admiration for Panda Express. So shout out Panda and the orange chicken there, spectacular. So I'm thrilled already, right? Walking out of Panda, and this gal holds this little girl. I couldn't tell you how from 6 to 10, I'd guess.
A youngin'.
Yeah. Wearing her softball attire from just got done with practice or something, and her mom's walking out with her, and she holds the door open for her mom, and I'm trailing behind with my orange chicken, and she holds the door, and she like looked back and caught the door with her foot there at the end, and so we get to walking, and we headed in the same direction, and she just looks up and says, "I like your hat." I was like, "Oh man," and I was just so shook that she she said something, because it's just you just walk down the street, right? And I was speechless. But then looking back, I really should have been like, "Hey, I
like your shoes.
Do you like the Braves?" Well, yeah, maybe compliment back. Like, do you like the Braves? And then if she was actually a Braves fan, she would know Spencer Schwellenbach. Then we could just plug Spence in back into Lincoln, and she would have been, thrilled if she knew Spence, which.
Well, I was thinking she would have liked the hat, but if she's wearing softball gear, she probably is a Braves fan.
Maybe. I mean, like I didn't even
think about that.
Yeah,
I don't think a youngin' would be that into it.
Made my night. It was adorable.
That is awesome. A good compliment goes a long way.
No doubt.
Like it's a rarity. We don't.
I really should have complimented, huh? Now I kind of feel like trash, but no, it made my night. It was so sweet. So let's start on that's how you start on a positive note right there, Harrison.
I like it. Me and Brewington always did that.
Good.
Quarter century worth of wisdom is what we call it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've heard you mention
25.
Oh, that's
right. A little bit of wisdom.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
How many gray hairs?
Gray hairs? 0.
Yeah. Wow.
0. Gray hairs this early?
Well, I have them coming in my beard.
How old are you?
24.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's only like 2 or 3, but I saw them.
You got like hair issues with the family? Balding?
Historically, maybe. Yeah. I think it's probably rare to find a family that doesn't have any sort of ancestral balding, don't you think? Or are you in one of those?
Yeah, I'm
one of a kind families.
Group. Look at the mop on my head right now.
Well, you look good. You do. But my hairline's been receding, and I don't know if that's a baseball thing, because you also got to think, playing all those years of ball, you have your head on or your hat on in the sunniest. This is my theory, and all my bullpen guys at Nebraska know my infatuation on this is the hair loss theory that I just think you're not getting enough sun on your head. I think it's vital to get sun on your scalp, but I'm not sure how much science backs me up on this, because when it comes to something that is not unserious, I'm not one of those guys that needs to be right in every situation. So I'm not going to, do a research project on whether or not the sun provides great nutrients for your head or not.
Negative ghostwriter. AI says no. Doesn't matter.
Tell AI to shove it, because I don't care.
Reddit says yes. It stimulates hair growth and hair health.
And who writes the Reddit posts? Not robots.
No, you know what? That's a good point. I am at a point. I think AI is still too shaky.
Mm-hmm.
To just take it.
It's a scary thing, though. It is a scary thing, but yeah, no. So I think during baseball season, you have your hat on all the time, and it's always sunny in baseball season, especially during the summer, and so that you don't receive the same benefits as someone that walks around with no hat on during those years or months.
Yeah, AI's got it all. They don't even know what they want. They said no, lack of sunlight doesn't cause hair loss. Vitamin D is important for hair growth. The sun gives a lot of vitamin D.
I was going to say, did AI contradict itself?
It did. It did in 2 sentences. So, hey, I guess that's where we're at with AI. But KP, what's on the mind in the sports world? We got NBA season starting up here. Interesting quotes from Satterfield at the podium today. Did not make very Nebraska fans happy. We got those audio clips if you want to listen to again. People have heard them a lot, I'm sure already, but it's just not great. I saw Barstool even picking it up and blasting Nebraska for it. It's
how do you go to the podium and then and I know that's not a question. It was a really good question by
It
whoever
was.
the reporter was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how are you coaching what's supposed to be a high level offense without goals in mind?
That part. Thank you.
So
That's a good way to put it.
And so I know there's different coaching styles, but I feel like every unit, every team, you go, every position group, every you name it, right? Whatever sport you're talking about, you always have to have a goal, a collective goal for whatever group you're coaching for, whatever position groups you're coaching. I mean, it's bizarre. That was bizarre to me.
It was,
and I don't like reading into press conferences because a lot of the times, you
don't get much out of it.
Yeah, or you catch the person off guard, which definitely happened. But like, there's one thing to not be prepared for a question, and another to just blatantly, how do I say it?
Not have the goals.
Just
like your head.
just kind of out yourself for not. I don't know. I don't, because I'm sure he takes his job seriously. I'm sure that's he pours all of himself into his role. So I'm not trying to stomp on him here, but how do you? I mean, that's a big step. I feel like if you have that responsibility in that position, right, to at least have goals, that I feel like that's a big thing. Whether it's leadership, coaching, you name it. I just feel like in life you need to have goals, especially when it comes to coaching and competing at a high level. You got to have those things.
Well, I was talking to the morning personnel, and like his experience with coaches is like they just have those numbers in the back of their head always. Like they talk about it with their team constantly. Like this is, X, Y, and Z. This is one we do on a consistent basis, and we need to do this in order to win games. This is us. This is the way we want to play ball. And I just kind of go on, like, I've been a little hard on him today, not gonna lie. I've been pretty harsh, especially on the don't punt hour at the morning. Just confused and perplexed by the whole damn thing. My whole thing is I just hope I look stupid, come Saturday. Please let me be wrong and be exaggerating. Like, I hope that I am dead wrong in my visceral reaction to the whole thing. Because if I'm wrong, that means Nebraska is actually still on the right track. That means we don't need to go through a coaching swap. That means everything's fine. And like you said, he just got caught off guard. Maybe he didn't sleep very good that day.
Yeah.
I just don't, I'm hoping I'm just dead wrong and I'm overreacting for no reason. But
yeah, I'm not going to go too hard on him.
Yeah, my gut just says, I don't know.
But it was definitely telling. And I don't listen into all of rules press conferences or anything like that. I'm diehard, but I'm not going to let it consume my life. But when that clip did come across my feed, I was had to give it a listen. That was a kind of an eye opener, if you will.
We got one from the text line too. I want to read this. I'll clean it up a little bit for him though, because it is. I mean, it's basically just kind of what everyone had going through their head. 8985 can't read. The correct way to phrase it would be, how do you show your butt like that in public?
Well, okay.
I mean, like,
yeah,
they just, it's one thing to say, like, not have the numbers, but it's like when people tell you to run the ball, the first thing that I think got people riled up was, I got to convince myself, that phrasing right there, that we need to run the ball. Sweet gate, bud. Yeah. I shouldn't call him bud. He's an adult. He's professional. I wouldn't appreciate it if he called me bud like that. So like I said, I always hope I'm wrong here, but
yeah,
it's like, what do you mean you got to convince yourself? Like, just run the damn ball.
I feel like they have hats that say that.
Oh yeah, it's almost like it's our whole mantra here at Nebraska. You shouldn't have to convince. You should know what you want to do. You should know what your offensive identity is. If you're still trying to figure it out right now, yikes! Like, you don't know what you want to do.
Yeah. It's.
You're trying to be nice. You're being nicer about
no
it.
doubt.
I respect
well,
it.
because we're sitting here at 5-2, and I think
exactly there's that part.
So it's, but at the same time, there have been kind of the question marks when you face a UNI or a UTEP and when we're in Purdue. You talk about, wow, we could have taken that next step.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get it going until the end
and bury a team, And
a John Bullock pick six makes that offense look better because people just see the point score and they're like, oh, we scored 28. It's like, well, we scored 21.
Right.
Defense got the 7 more for us.
So that's kind of where it might be a little shaky, and that's where I'm thinking right now, where it is concerning to then, I guess, like our friend said, show his butt in public. Because that's a time where maybe you should I don't know about think about those questions, because like I said, the reporter asked a great question, and it probably did take him off guard. But to then, it was kind of like a panic answer, like you know,
it really
like
was
asking around, like so it's like maybe adjust your, because what are they at right now with yards per game?
They're actually like what he wanted in his end. I think they're like 5.5. Actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's saying, okay, I'm
goal
satisfied.
accomplished.
Right. Like, so that's just bizarre. And one thing Coach Childress did a great job of as a baseball coaching or a pitching staff was he set goals, a lot of the times very lofty goals for our staff, at which the beginning of the season, you look at our pitching staff, and collectively as a pitcher on that staff, you think of some of these goals. And I remember Brett Sears saying one of those times that one of these goals were pretty darn crazy, to say it lightly. And Brett Sears, the eventual Big Ten pitcher of the year, was ended up being wrong in his opinion that the goals were crazy, but we ended up meeting those goals. So you think of goal setting and what it can do to a pitching staff, what it can do, like I said, to whatever unit you're coaching, to have those goals, whether they're lofty or not, at least give your players a carrot to dangle out there for them, for them to try to meet it, and give them good reason to. But not having that, and him saying that, along with not understanding where the country lies, within that stat, and where you guys stand, like you said, 8 weeks in, a wee bit concerning as a Husker fan. It really is. So that'll be my statement.
And it wouldn't be so bad if we didn't just take one of the biggest beatdowns we've seen in a long time. Like that all just adds to it. Like right now, people are searching for some confidence, because like people do having you can glass half full, glass half empty. We're 5-2, but you're upset with some of the games. We're 5-2. All right, this is an improvement from last year. A lot of it you give credit to the defense, though. I mean, you beat Rutgers 14-7, and Rutgers has been a mess lately.
We got to win one more, though.
We got to win one
more.
An
improvement.
Yeah.
So don't say it too quick.
Well, exactly, 5-2, but I mean, if we stay with 5 wins, then all hell breaks loose here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And we got Ohio State coming up.
And that didn't look probable when we got the 5 wins last year, did it?
Yeah, and UCLA was you circle these games in the preseason, like Indiana. Yeah, we look at those guys. We don't know about Kurt Cignetti and what he's brewing down there. Now Indiana's undefeated. UCLA, you're like Deshaun Foster. What a horrible, Big Ten Media Day speech. UCLA is in Los Angeles. USC is also in Los Angeles. That's all I got, basically. So you're like, okay, he doesn't seem like he's quite ready for it. Should be a rough year for UCLA. Not only just that, but it was also just the caliber of players, but they get a win. So now you're looking at all these teams, and you're looking like, man, we only beat Rutgers by 7. Rutgers is completely falling apart. Wisconsin, who didn't look very good to start the year, is now just beating up on teams easily. So now you're looking at all these games like, oof, these are going to be tough. Iowa's the only one that took a step down because they lost to Michigan State. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, you can't guarantee yourself a single win. And that should always be the mindset. But when you're a fan, you get to do it a little bit more. Like, you're not necessarily the player. You can kind of look at games ahead of time.
You have the ability to look ahead. Yeah.
You don't have to go game by game. Like, you're just a spectator. You're not going to impact it.
But see, that's the thing is, once the week comes around, it comes down to one game.
It does.
Right? It comes down to one game, and you just got to stack those weeks, man. And so, and if they dare fall into the trap of looking ahead, I
don't think they are. That's what's weird.
Well, that's good. That's great. That's right where you want to be. I'm not saying they are. But that could be a dangerous thing, especially, maybe they drop another one of these games coming up. You're way out of the playoff conversation. Hi, ladies.
They waved you a lot more.
Oh, they were looking at you too, Harrison.
I'm messing with the KP.
But so there can be distractions. And boy, I just hope Raiola sticks with it, man. I do. In a time where it'd be, say they go and and get the 6 wins, and maybe that's all they get. I just hope he sticks with it, man, because the trajectory is up, and that's all you got to look for. In baseball and life, you can't get greedy. And we're going to carry that over to Husker football at this given moment. I say we can't be greedy as a fan base. We can be disappointed. That's okay. We know that. But I think now's not the time to get greedy.
Well, okay. So we did get a question from Jim here on the text line. Will we be favored in any of our remaining games? No, outside of one, I think. UCLA. Again, I know UCLA is looking better. I still think because it's at home as well, I think Nebraska will be favored. Certainly not Ohio State. USC, maybe. It all depends on what we look like in that 2-game stretch. From Ohio State, do we compete? Are we close? And then UCLA, do we dominate, basically? Because USC, like, no, they haven't been winning a ton of games, but they're right there at the end. They're just having a hard time closing them out. Like, they did take Penn State all the way to the very end there when Penn State was number 4 in the country. And then Wisconsin, like I said, they've turned on the Jets. They're looking a lot better. Unless they start dropping a bunch of ball games, probably won't be favored in that anymore. And then Iowa, we're on the road in that one. I don't know if we'll be favored in that either. So probably only one game where we'll be favored if things kind of sit the same. Obviously, you're going to see probably more chaos. I mean, it's college football. You got 18, 17, 19, 20-year-olds. Occasionally get a Cam Ward who's like 22 because he's the 6th year. But you're going to see chaos. So I'm not saying it's going to stay stagnant. There might be some of these games, like if USC just really keeps struggling, if they've kind of lost that dog in them after a bunch of tough losses, maybe we're favored, but that's on the road too. UCLA at home is probably the only one at this point that we're going to be favored in.
Yeah, and all we need is one. We're chasing one now.
We're
chasing one.
Chasing 40 on Saturday. That was a bad
Well,
joke.
yeah. No, hey, the past is in the past, Harrison.
Yeah, passes in the past. 7 to 56 passes.
That's
all
right.
What would you be satisfied with this Husker football program?
Like bowl game. I just want to see a bowl game.
You just
Harrison.
need 6. And you won't be disappointed?
I mean, of course I will be if we get to 6 this week and then we lose out, sure. But it's this weekend's a tough task.
I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm always going to be disappointed.
I wouldn't mind if they saved it to Iowa and got Iowa.
Honestly,
that'd be pretty awesome.
We've had seasons like that.
I don't
before.
think the stress would be good for the fan base.
Yeah, we've had disastrous seasons, and just we beat Iowa at the end, and everyone's just like, okay, we can smile a little bit.
Yeah,
like if you can pull that one off, you can save your butt on a lot of the problems.
No doubt,
because
you
people
absolutely
just,
can.
That program, and I'll be up there, so we better get the win.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be fun though. I'll say this about Iowa. They got the tradition is cool. I'm excited to see that where they wave.
Yeah, the wave. That's great.
Like you'd have to be a monster not to appreciate that tradition.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it'll be another Big Ten stadium I get to go check out. But we got to throw it to break already. So you'd be good with just 6 though, as we wrap things up here.
I'd love 7.
Good, but
6 is good. 7 is great.
All right, I'm with you on that. Honestly,
like, 8's miraculous,
especially after the week we just had on Saturday and the unfortunate media coverage we're getting this week. 6
made it to Barstool. Hey,
game.
All press is good press. Isn't that what they say?
You got to talk to everybody on that.
No.
Ask Diddy about that.
No.
Yeah, he'll say, no, absolutely not. All press is good press. We'll throw it to break here. Don't go anywhere. Uncut. Kyle Perry to my left. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you on the other side.
Urology Partners of Nebraska is Lincoln's newest full-service urology group. Urology Partners uses state-of-the-art treatment options for both men and women, including some exciting treatments new to our community that help you get back to your confident and active lifestyle. The team at Urology Partners is dedicated to quickly and effectively restoring your health, with new patients typically seen in clinic within 48 hours. Whether you have questions about your prostate, incontinence issues, kidney stones, or erectile dysfunction, their team has you covered. Call Urology Partners today to schedule an appointment.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. At Foundation Repair, we fix basements. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take, but it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934 HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Back to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in Uncut with Kyle Perry, the former Husker pitcher to my left. As always, 402-464-5685, Starter Heyman text line. You can to be quite honest, late night radio, I love giving it to the text line. I'll let you guys guide the show. But I do got topics of my own that I do want to dive into, but you guys can comment in. 402-464-5685, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961 if you got Allo Cable, and Amazon Prime as well. All right, KP, it is opening night of the NBA. Celtics blew the water out of the Knicks. They were ahead, I think, like 77-74 at halftime. They win that one 132-100. And currently, we have the Lakers 2-point lead over the Timberwolves. They are at home, the Lake Show. Does Bronny play in today's game?
Well, I'm wondering if Baylor Shireman played. And if he did, how did he do?
Oh, for the Celtics?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because it was a blowout.
Yeah, let's see how Baylor Shireman, Blue Jay. We'll refer to him as a jackrabbit. How about that?
I don't know if he's even on the active roster.
Really? Darn, man.
Yeah, let me get an update on Baylor.
That's
Shireman.
all right. That's all right. Sorry to break you off on your uncovering the field on who played today. It's on me.
No, you're all good. I'm trying to figure out Baylor Shireman. Let's see. Celtics forward. Yeah, I don't know if he got in today at all.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, he's rookie year. It's all right. Plenty of time left. Yeah, nothing. That's fine.
all right.
That's fine.
That's all right.
But does Bronny play? Was all the thing I was wanting.
No, hopefully not.
100% will. I gotta tell you right now, it's the Lake Show.
You think he's gonna play tonight?
Was he drafted because
serious?
he's good or because he's LeBron James' son?
But these games matter now, man. This isn't the preseason.
I'm saying well, I can actually just look it up.
I sure hope he's not. The dude ran with a -40 over under in the preseason. You know how bad that is, Harrison? That means your team went down 40 points.
He has not been in the game yet.
Has not been in the game yet.
Yeah,
well, I hope not.
You
got to really think about these things, okay? When it's time to win basketball games, okay? I mean, come on. The preseason's one thing where you got to rest up the stars. He did make a start. I get it. He did put up 17 on 17.
Thank you for adding the context.
Of course. And
garbage time because it was a blowout.
And this is nothing personal against Bronny, although it might sound personal. It's not, because
it's personal.
I think it's more. I think it's more so. I think his dad needs to. And if this year is the last year, and Bronny came to grips that maybe if he were to play a 4-year college career, heck, maybe even 3-year, that he wasn't going to progress as a player to eventually make that leap into the NBA. If that's the case, okay, well played, James family. But LeBron, he did his son so wrong in this situation. I truly feel like it, because he obviously has the genetics, okay, and I think he could have put it together. He needs time to develop, and he never even came close in year 1 at USC. And you're gonna draft him 55th overall. You're telling me he was the 55th best player in that draft class that could have been drafted that night? Come on, man. I think that's bizarre. I think that's crazy.
I'm with you 100%. And the counter argument to this is always, well, it's happened before. I don't give a damn. It's always the wrong move in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. But what's cooler? Bronny having a better chance at a longer NBA career, or Bronny getting put into the NBA too quick, joining his dad, taking all the hate for that, and then not playing very good, and then taking all the crap for that, especially in the era of social media? Which one sounds better?
I think that, they set him up for failure regardless. I think his pops set him up for failure. If and you got to think
in this situation, I want to say in this situation,
huge role into.
Yeah, I want to say in just this situation though, because I don't want to say LeBron James is a bad dad.
No,
you know
what
I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying that.
Didn't set up his entire career, but this decision right here, I do not like.
In a basketball sense,
yes,
set him up for failure. How about that?
Fair. I do not like this move.
And I know that USC would have been better. And you could dumb it down and say, yeah, I don't think being drafted 55th overall in the NBA, and playing preseason games with an NBA team is a failure. No, I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying with the expectations that are put on this kid, the expectations are going to be impossible for that kid to meet regardless. And now you're doubling down and doing a one and done gig after he didn't even average double digits as a freshman. You look at one and dones that pan out, they don't look like Bronny James.
No.
Okay. That's how it goes.
They look like Victor Zion.
I mean,
even though Victor was over in France.
you can debate, no, in the grand scheme of things, tip your cap, man. You did what you had to do and got drafted in the NBA. And that's about where you draw the line, so that's not a total failure. I'm not calling it a failure, but in the eyes of the grand scheme, where you're looking at how you're going to look at this situation, I think either way, he could be averaging 5 points in the regular season, and people would still be saying that's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either way you twist it, it was never going to pan out well.
The only way I can think about why he wouldn't have done this is kind of the sadder part. He thinks if LeBron retires, I'll never be drafted.
That's interesting.
Because his stats at USC weren't good. Now, benefit of the doubt.
Why don't you
the hard things? Exactly. The hard things. It's like you just came off a pretty scary situation. Didn't know if you're going to play ball again. I get that first year at USC wasn't good, but have the confidence in yourself that year 2, year 3, if need, year 3 is going to be better. Year 4, if needed, even better, to put yourself in this, because you still are Bronny. Even if LeBron retires, that's going to hold a little bit of weight. Even if he's still not in the league, but I feel like this was I can buy my ticket to the NBA now, and I don't really have to risk anything. But I think, that's thinking short term.
Yeah.
Because I still think with that name, even if LeBron retired and you put some more development in, you start showing up more. But that's where I'm maybe it's just the confidence in himself wasn't there that I can go and do this.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, if that's the case, all right, that's your decision. I don't agree with it, but hey, it's your life. You can do what you want.
Right.
But he's definitely going to play today. I'll tell you that much.
Do you think so? Okay.
The Lakers are the Broadway of the NBA. It's literally the Lake
Showtime
show.
Lakers.
Uh-huh.
We totally
we're talking
understand that.
3-5 minutes at most, probably. Enough for a photo op, and all right. Bench him and then G League next day.
That's still plenty of time.
Probably not G League.
That's plenty of time to get. That's 3 to 5 minutes that a game could be won or lost. So
especially because it's 23-22. This game's the spreads is 1. Lakers are favored by 1 in this thing. It's probably going to be a tight game. So those minutes are going to be crucial.
So I don't think he should be getting playing time.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he will.
He's going to.
So there's more people, Harrison.
I don't know what's going on tonight, but it must be a pretty fun Tuesday.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic out
here.
The
Bourbon's probably got something going. Some small country band probably playing.
I got to ask you, what's a better city, Lincoln or Omaha? Because you're an Omaha native.
Yes, I am, and I would say Lincoln because I've done it so many more times. The nightlife piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Omaha, I really haven't hit the downtown.
What's the district called?
The capital district. Isn't that what? Not the capital district.
Maybe.
Is it?
I don't hang around Omaha.
It might be.
At least not at the drinking area and going downtown and whatnot.
But yeah, I think that actually might be what it's called.
That sounds right.
Because I think that's
light district's Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, there's a designated bar area in Omaha that I haven't really gotten around to, so I don't know. But so I you know what? Eventually we'll get around to that, and I'll give you an honest review. But Lincoln is a great night scene. So
it is, especially around this time of year when you get to winter. Omaha and Lincoln are both a little bit miserable.
Yeah, no doubt. They can be cool though when you get a little, cool for a photo op or two. With the snow falling down on the trees and stuff downtown. It's a cool. It would look great out here with these lights. I swear, I think of Christmas time with the ticket lights out here.
Oh, you haven't seen the ticket set up for Christmas yet, have you?
See, like that.
See, you got the spooky stuff behind you right now. Christmas, it's a great atmosphere.
No,
I wish I remember the name of who sets it up.
I'm sure I did see it last year.
Well, that's a way too early tease, but when we get closer to Christmas,
that's great.
Come get your coffee.
All eyes on the ticket. Yeah, there you go.
It's a fantastic location. You can hang out, watch sports, drink great coffee. Luke's the man running it down here at this destination. Obviously, he's got coworkers around him, but no, they do great work over here, and it's a fantastic studio. Because you were with me. You remember the old studio?
Yeah.
I don't know if enough people realize the upgrade that DP and Rebecca, and they deserve a lot of shout outs for it, and they've gotten plenty, but more never hurts. But just give people an idea of the upgrade that the ticket's even gone through in terms of just the studio.
It's pretty incredible. I said that I think on the first show I came back. It's a wonderful upgrade. Same vibes here that we had at the old place. But obviously much better view, just higher quality stuff. And I mean, you got a freaking coffee shop in the joint.
It's
I come in, I
fantastic.
bring my dinner in every freaking night and sit here on the couch and enjoy looking out onto the streets of Lincoln. And we're at the last place you didn't have that luxury. And so it has been really cool to see DP and Rebecca just invest so much and what a great upgrade, really.
It really is. And the coffee's probably my favorite part. I'm a
It's cool.
full-on caffeine addict out here.
Yeah. As am I, brother. So
what's your go-to? Cup of coffee? Or are you one of those guys?
Anything I get my paws on, dude. I'm a crippling addict. Yeah.
You pull like a Dan
Gatorade. I could. I'd be the guy. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe unlock another level of consciousness that Dan Campbell has. He's a freaking beast, man. Maybe it takes 1,200 milligrams of caffeine. We'll have to go for it. I've done it before, probably not that high. That's a lethal dose. But there was the time we went up to Michigan, and it's like a 13-hour drive. And I remember I put 2 bangs down back when bangs were, the go-to. When it was like the first 300 milligram drink to energy drink, Bang energy drink. Harrison, holy smokes,
Never
dude.
partook.
You do live under a rock. I'm telling you. I sang You Blame It on the Rain last night. Milli Vanilli.
It's nice and cool under the rock.
Jeez, I bet it is, Patrick Starr. Holy smokes. But anyways, so I had 2 bangs. So that equated to 600 milligrams of caffeine. And then I was like, I think I'm falling asleep behind the wheel. So I ripped out 2 Red Bulls. And we finally got to Michigan. And I don't know what the Red Bull milligram, maybe 80 or something like that. It's a lesser, but still tacked on a tally to my caffeine consumption.
I do remember those.
And no, go ahead. No, you don't like those?
No, terrible.
Oh,
Tasted
no.
chalky.
Yeah, no doubt. They're not supposed to taste good. I mean, look at coffee.
Yeah, but coffee tastes. Well, no, I'm lying to myself.
You can spruce
it's
it up.
It's an acquired taste.
If you like black coffee, it better be the best freaking coffee from the best beans around. I mean, really, because I haven't had a black coffee. I take down black coffee a lot. I actually prefer to take down black coffee. Just freaking get it down. Get it to about room temp and all the way down. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're kind of
get it. I know.
Scaring me a little
bit. Get it
there.
down, brother. Just get it down because you're not there for the taste. You're there for the effect.
That's a wild take, Kyle Perry.
Well, you gotta find your way. You gotta find your way, man. And I'm shameless. But where were we headed with this? Oh yeah, we're traveling up to Michigan, and so we finally got into bed at like 4:00
after you slammed 2 Red Bulls after the bang.
Yeah, and it was over the duration of the trip, but you look at the numbers for about 10 hours. I put in about 760, I think, milligrams of caffeine. Dangerous amount. Finally got into bed and I was a little shaky. I was. I mean, and I've never really gotten to that point, so I was like, "Ooh, yikes!" Yeah, took me a little bit to get to bed that night. I remember.
Yeah, I'd probably be on all night. All right, we got to throw out the break here. A little bit of all, from NBA to caffeine. That's why it's called Uncut.
That's right.
We go wherever it takes us. Don't go anywhere. One more segment, Uncut with Kyle Perry, former Husker pitcher. We'll be right back.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
You have a big investment in your farming operation. Let Landmark Implement help you get the most out of your equipment by investing in pre-season service inspections. Let our John Deere trained and certified technicians provide you with a complete list of repairs that will help your equipment perform better and deliver maximum performance. At Landmark, buy 3 equipment service inspections and get the 4th free. Contact your local Landmark service manager for details and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Back to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. We only got about 3 minutes here. You guys can use the Start Heyman text line before we get out of here. 402-464-5685. Put a face to the voice. Use the streams, or you can go back on YouTube, rewatch it anytime you want. Over the break, talking a little bit, Kyle Perry, our high school players, are we hitting an era where like even high schoolers are transferring? Because there was like in my small town, to give you a little preface too, like we had players that ended up at our school. We got accused for recruiting. Was not true at all. Like the guy just had family in the town. So I always try to figure out, like, is that real or is that people just being upset because a player's going to a different school for reasons we don't know?
My senior year of basketball, we acquired an incredible Omaha Metro talent, Tyrell Carroll from Omaha North via the transfer portal. And that was the first time I got to see that benefit me personally. But really the only time, actually, no, I take that back, because Dylan Wagner transferred from Scott in our junior year.
But like for playing time or just
no. Just I couldn't tell you reasons.
Okay.
Because Tyrell was from North Omaha, and he came to Millard South from Omaha North. So I couldn't tell you reasons 100%. Like I never really. I mean, I have great relationships with both of them, but I never really. I don't know. Maybe that was just how I communicate. I don't really ever. I guess looking back, never really asked, how'd you get here? Why did you come here? But yeah. And so that was like the only taste I had of it in my high school experience. But now you look at high school and I feel like everyone's transferring. You check a kid's Instagram bio and it like changes 2-3 times in a high school career of what high school they're going to. So yeah, I think it is. And I think what's happening, I have a theory behind it, is that college has become pro and high school has become college.
That's a good point, because like you're trying to set yourself up for money at the pro level.
Yeah.
So you got to do it in high school to make sure you can go get signed.
Right.
Make some
to
money.
The best school.
Yeah.
Instead of, so you're always trying to skip a level to where like you want to avoid at all costs the junior college. You want to get to the best school possible.
Yeah. Power 5, you make money.
Right.
Power 4, you don't know.
Yeah. And you won't. And so now it's like, or group of 4. If I don't go play where I'm going to be noticed, I'm not going to be noticed by the big schools. So that's where it comes in high school. But I think there are plenty of other reasons why people are utilizing the transfer portal for worse, in my opinion, than maybe playing time. Because if you're a kid that's not going to make the team out of school, or you're going to
sit on the bench,
you're not going to play. Okay, whatever. But if you're a kid that is, mad about playing time, and you're a sophomore and you're playing half the games, like that's kind of where I see it, and it's like, okay. And I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking up scenarios of
this
why
is
kids
all speculation. We don't know. We don't have
right.
facts.
So it's like, I don't know. It's there are good reasons and there's bad reasons, and I think there's a lot of cop-outs for why people may be using the transfer portal now in high school. But we'll keep an eye on it, because I did see a middle schooler with a sideline pass at a high school football game. We did talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's pretty bizarre to me. Like, what are we doing? Are we doing official visits in 7th grade?
That's what it looked like.
I don't know. Well, we can resume tomorrow night. How about that?
Sounds good.
That'll be a mouthful.
Absolutely. We'll get out of here. Uncut with Kyle Perry, former Husker pitcher to my left. We're going to wrap it up here. Harrison Owens on the 1s and 2s. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Again, one more time, shout out Teammates, sponsoring a lot of our content here for Ticket Weeknights. And like I said, tomorrow, all over again.